Hello, this is Inspiration Man. It's going to be my Hell in a Cell review. So let's kick it off. First match, let's find it. The first of the triple main events as they is planning it was Roman Reigns versus Rusev, which I thought was a decent match. It wasn't the best. I've seen better Hell in a Cell matches, to be honest. Didn't really like the finish. I thought it was a bit of a rubbish finish. And Roman Reigns was a bit rubbish for me. As you know, I don't like Roman Reigns anyway. I think he's rubbish. Can't stand him. And this match proved to me why I don't like him, because to me it felt like all he was doing was Superman punch and the spear. And they could have done a much better finish than the spear off the steps. Seen it before, it's been done before, they could have done a much better finish. It was an okay match. I suppose they did use the Hell in a Cell quite a lot, but there wasn't really nothing behind it. As usual, Rusev kind of dominated it, and then Roman Reigns came back. So, as far as pushing the star quality for the match and those two people, it could have been much better. So it's an okay match. Bayley versus Dana Brooke, absolute rubbish. Bayley, nothing against her. She's put on amazing matches in NXT, and I still think she's going to go get Sasha Banks for the belt eventually. Or face Charlotte for the belt and then Sasha Banks. Not Bayley's fault. I think it's just they didn't have the right chemistry in the match and the right planning. I didn't think much of Dana Brooke. I never have thought much of Dana Brooke. It's a shame because, like I said, Bayley can put on much better matches than that, because she is one of the best women wrestlers along with Sasha Banks and Charlotte. So it's a shame. But I'm glad Bayley won it anyway, and hopefully she'll be going on to the title belt and be getting better matches now. So that was a rubbish match. On to what I thought was another rubbish match. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson versus Enzo Amore and Big Cass. Now it's a shame because it could have been a decent match, but it just felt rushed to me, and it didn't feel like there was much action in the match, and it was a bit samey, nothing special, not really pay-per-view worthy. It's a shame because Big Cass and Enzo looks like they're doing what they've done in NXT, having the big matches but losing them, which is a shame. It looks like Big Cass will be pushed as a superstar by himself, and I think Enzo Amore will get dropped and left in the gutter. So yeah, it's an okayish match, but it's kind of obvious what they're doing, because they're going to split Enzo and Big Cass up by the looks of it, because of the way they're pushing Big Cass. And it's a shame, like I said, that they're copying what they did in NXT and losing big matches. The second of the what was billed as the triple main event, Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins. Again, another decent match. They used Hell in a Cell quite well. It's a shame they used quite a lot of tables because it felt more like a table match, kind of. Same with the United States match because they used a lot of tables. I know it's Hell in a Cell and they can, but I would have thought they used Hell in a Cell more. Again, it was a decent match. It was okay. Backwards and forwards. Obviously, powerbomb through the two tables. That was a very good moment. It's a shame. The ending was a shame. I was hoping Kevin Owens would fight his own battles and defeat Seth Rollins by himself, but then at the same time, I suppose it was expected that his best friend Chris Jericho was going to come into the match. And it was pretty obvious that Kevin Owens was going to keep the belt because he's not had it for that long. Obviously, I love Seth Rollins. I think he's an amazing wrestler, so I wanted him to win. But I'm not that pissed off that Kevin Owens still won it, because Kevin Owens is an amazing wrestler as well. So yeah, that was an okayish match, decent match, but let's just say I've seen much better Hell in a Cell matches. The Cruiserweight Championship, again, it didn't feel like a match, a pay-per-view match. It felt like a normal match on Monday Night Raw. It just wasn't nothing there. No chemistry between the two of them. It's a bit boring. I'm surprised TJ Perkins lost the belt, to be honest, because he hasn't had it that long. But then Brian Kendrick's a former Cruiserweight champ, I think, and a former champ in WWE anyway. So I'm not surprised he did win it. I didn't really like the finish, but then his character, it kind of went with his character because his character is known to cheat and do whatever. So it kind of made sense that he faked this injury and then won the belt. But it was an okay match. Again, a bit no chemistry, not much to it. Cesaro and Sheamus versus New Day. The New Day. Now, personally, I wanted Sheamus and Cesaro to win because I think they both should be pushed. It was a good match, especially towards the end. It's a bit of an annoyance, bit of a cheap way out of a good finish, in my opinion, that it ended in disqualification. But then New Day's been doing that quite a lot lately, so it doesn't surprise me that they did do it. But yeah, it's a shame. I want Cesaro and Sheamus to win, and it was a decent match. On to what I would think, and I'm glad they put it as the main event because it shows they're giving these women women wrestling is just as important as male wrestling, which I always have thought it is. Charlotte Flair versus Sasha Banks. Straight off, it was a very impactful match. You could tell they hate each other, especially with the powerbomb through the command table. Fair fucking language. Fair play to Sasha Banks for getting up. Not many people would get up from that, wrestlers would get up from that, and not many female wrestlers would take it and get up. It was one of the best matches of the night. Full props to the both of them. I've always said Charlotte and Sasha Banks are one of the best wrestlers going. Especially Sasha Banks, she's my favourite one out of the two. It's a little annoying that Sasha Banks didn't win. I don't know why she didn't win, because she only just won the belt back, so it's a shame, and it was in her hometown. But from what I've heard, it's because they want to push the Charlotte versus Bayley a bit earlier than planned. So it was a good match. Obviously, the end bit was a bit rubbish because you could tell the table was meant to break, but it didn't. So that was kind of messed up there, but that wasn't their fault. But overall, it was the best match of the night, and like I said, fair props to the women for putting on the best match of the night and showing the male wrestlers how it's done, in my opinion. So yeah, that was my review of Hell in a Cell. Hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, it was a decent-ish pay-per-view. Like I said, I've seen better Hell in a Cell matches. The only one that I really, really enjoyed, like I said, was the women's one. But apart from that, we will see what will happen on the next pay-per-view with Survivor Series. So yeah, I hope you like that review, and I will be back tomorrow with another video tomorrow or tonight, depending on when it gets uploaded, of Watch Dogs for 2 hour sesh, and then that'll be that finished hopefully, or one more gameplay next week. Check out my 2K17 career mode. I have started doing that. Check out my Cards Against Humanity. I've done that at G-Man a couple of days ago. Obviously, like I said, check out Watch Dogs video later on tonight or tomorrow, and my 2K17 one. Check out this one, and I will see you, apart from the Watch Dogs video, on the weekend when I start doing my Butlins vlogs, which, like I said, you'll see a completely different side to me. Inspiration 8 out.